Bold.
Cheeky.
Flashy. Gallus.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to the Gallus podcast, film and television. We are the hosts for today, Josh and
Ryan.
Mr. Ryan himself, and today
It's me.
we're talking about They Live.
They live.
Do you know about They Live?
Do you live?
Are we living?
What is living?
What is life? What is existing?
It's an existential start to a podcast, isn't it? How have you been?
Pretty good yourself.
I'm quite happy.
Pretty good for it's a nice start to the year.
It's a very good start to the year.
You
What have you been
know,
up to?
one of the nice films in January. In this.
What's coming out this year? What films are coming out?
Or whenever this comes out, I don't know.
Well, that's a hot.
The Batman 2?
Is it? Genuinely, I have no idea what's coming out in 2024.
So
I feel like
I need to go to a cinema.
I know, but
so
it's
that I
not
can
like
see what's happening.
there's no big names. Last year there was a lot of big films coming out. This year, I'm actually struggling to think of a film
Even though
that's coming out.
even like last year, not only did we not have pictures, that's a cinema because I was burnt to the ground probably, technically, but it also no advertising whatsoever for anything.
No,
Unless they got streamed on Disney Plus or something, and then again it was like too late, the hype died down, so
yeah, I can't think of a single film that's coming out this year, and that's probably an issue.
was it the Batman? Or
Is
some
it?
Marvel.
Yeah.
What Marvel stuff's coming out? We don't even know that.
Um,
But we're talking about They
Welcome to
Live,
the year.
which
Welcome.
came out like
88,
35 years ago or something.
1988.
Yeah, it's very old.
Absolute belter of a film.
It is very good.
It is one of my favourite films.
It's
I
short
really
and sweet,
enjoy
it's
it.
brilliant.
It's 90 minutes long, which is the exact run length of a film.
Some
It shouldn't be any longer.
It's some lovely action.
Oh, it's amazing action, it's amazing cinematography. It's a
Well-
really, really, really well written script. It's John Carpenter.
Yeah,
You familiar with John
Carpenter's-
Carpenter?
Yeah, I'm familiar with
Yeah,
John
oh,
Carpenter.
it's so good.
Yeah, very good with
You've got
this
your
film.
Halloween, you've got The Fog, you've got
The Fog, yeah.
blah 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 in London or something like that.
Anything in London.
Escape from
pretty
New
much.
York, I think he did. Stuff
And
like
They
that.
Live.
And They Live, which is of course his best.
I didn't know about They Live really until I saw pictures of it. I'm like, that looks familiar with the really weird, the
Oh, I know
weird
They Live.
skulls and the,
Oh, I know They Live.
the wee alien things.
They
you
Live's
know.
amazing.
And well, it's very good. Isn't it?
You've got everyone's favourite character whose name I've had to write down.
His name is like,
John Nada.
I thought his name was Nada.
Oh, it's John.
John.
His name's just John, but that's not
It's
important.
most John.
Because that's not what he will be
That's
referred
most
to
John.
as. He will be referred to as Rowdy Roddy Piper. Professional wrestling mega star.
I'll just
Rowdy Roddy Piper. Main evented WrestleMania 1 when he teamed with Paul Orndorff
he come up with WrestleMania 1.
to fight Hulk Hogan and Mr. T.
He came up with that.
No, he was in the main event.
Alright.
The WrestleMania 1 was invented by Cyndi Lauper.
Alright.
Girls just wanna have fun. Just
Something like
wanna,
that.
wanna have fun. That's her song.
Wrestling stuff.
But you got Rowdy Roddy Piper, and he a year later would have a boxing match with Mr. T. Right?
Mr. T.
Right, so WrestleMania 2 he's had a boxing match with Mr. T. Okay? 2 years later, sorry, the next year, WrestleMania 3, he would fight a man who unfortunately recently passed away, I believe. His name has unfortunately slipped my mind. That was WrestleMania 3. But the year after, he starred in the film They Live, playing John Nada.
I didn't, you just give me some history about this guy. I had no idea.
Absolute marvel. He played a wrestler, Rowdy Roddy Piper, Hot Rod. He always entered with a t-shirt that said Hot Rod, and he always had a kilt because despite being a Canadian man himself,
It's Scottish blood.
his character was from Scotland,
Oh right, I thought he just had Scottish blood.
and
in
he
him.
had Scottish. That's the storyline. He
It's
had
like
Scottish
it's
blood.
like any American when they find out that they're like 1% Scottish or Celtic blood in them, and
They start waving the flag.
Yeah, exactly. Start 1% Scottish.
That flag.
That's another mention of Scotland.
Of
Yeah,
course, I
mention
mean, it's
Scotland
Rowdy
in
Roddy
every
Piper. He's
podcast.
got a bloody kilt in it.
Yeah,
Rowdy
it's
Roddy
every
Piper.
podcast
But do you know
we
he?
mention
Do you know
Scotland.
he actually looks better in flannel,
Maybe he does.
and I'm so glad that this film opens on him walking
He just
with a flannel.
He's walking. He's
And
got
he
a big bag on.
And he walks.
He's
And
traveling.
he walks with his flannel
He's like
shirt
homeless,
on.
isn't he? Because
Oh,
he's just
he's
was searching for a job.
He's just searching for a job. Aye. You've got the credits at the beginning that literally say and starring the blind preacher, which is an amazing name.
Blind
Who
preacher.
does some blind preaching for a bit. Aye.
He's some guy, but he's searching for a job, isn't he?
Why?
And it's very cool sequence. It's very, sand
He just
waving in the
walks.
air. Very industrial kind of place. And he's just walking. He's badass.
Of course he's a badass. He's Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Probably. And in some construction place, isn't it?
Oh yes.
And he's searching for a job, and he just gets one like that.
Yeah, of course.
He gets one
I mean,
easily.
have you seen the muscles on the guy?
Yeah, exactly. The full movie's on YouTube, by the way, if you want to watch it.
Linked in the episode descriptor.
And it's very good still, even the quality's not amazing, but it's good.
It's Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Okay, now he looks like a wrestler.
Just showing him some wrestling of Rowdy Roddy Piper.
I never know he was a wrestler anyway. Look at him, he's sick.
This is him with Andre the Giant.
Oh my god.
This is him fighting Goldust.
Did Andre the Giant win that fight? Probably.
So this is 1996. Rowdy Roddy Piper would fight Goldust, and they would recreate the O.J. Simpson car chase during this.
Oh
A
god.
few years prior, I believe at WrestleMania 9, he did blackface for a match.
That's
It's,
some boy. That's all I can say.
it's very bad times.
Jesus. But he's in They Live and he's pretty good at it.
Oh, he's so good at the acting.
He's pretty good, he's damn good, he's amazing.
He's got one job, and that's be action hero. And well, look at him. He's
like
built.
Be like Schwarzenegger, Be like Nicolas Cage.
He's better than Schwarzenegger. He is the.
Be badass.
He's better than Nick Cage because he's Junada.
Star in a dad film,
Oh, this is a dad film.
many films that you could relate that to, just
It's also a sci-fi film, but that's not important.
it becomes a sci-fi film much later on, and it's sci-fi that works really well because I'm not usually a sci-fi
Oh, I'm
fan,
not a sci-fi guy. No.
but this one works extremely well because it doesn't shove in your face, it's still normal life and he's still a badass, he doesn't need a spaceship to go on it and then click all the fancy buttons and then he's shooting off
No,
into a different
there's
planet.
no Death Stars.
Like he doesn't have to do weird stuff like that. No, he's just a guy and he's finding a job and he finds Frank.
Frank, good
Frank.
guy.
Frank, he's a pretty cool guy.
This is mate. They become good mates, don't they?
Yeah, they become acquaintances with each other, and they start working in this like construction kind of thing.
Why,
brickying, I don't know.
Oh, why? Because you've seen his flannel.
Yeah,
Let him
exactly.
roll up his sleeves and show off how big his muscles are.
Exactly. He just works on the spot.
It's
That's it.
Basically, the opening 5 minutes of this is just a series of the most manly things you could show in a film.
Well, it's a very establishing shot of her character.
He walks into the film and
Very good.
he walks into this construction site. He's like, I'm a man, I want a job, I'm ripped, and he gets a job.
That's all you need, isn't it? An interview.
You just need to be a man. You're right.
You just need to be a man, strong, with muscles.
And be Roddy Piper.
Be Roddy Piper,
Rowdy.
Sure, anyone
Roddy
would take him on a job like that.
Why come work for Gallus, Roddy Piper? He passed away a few years ago.
Did he?
No.
Oh. Moment of silence for him. Yeah, that's our moment of silence done. Okay,
He's a bit of a buzzkill.
but not really, because his legacy lives on in this thing.
Damn
It's
right,
brilliant.
they live. He
He's still living
plays
in this film. They live in this film.
bloody John Nada.
Well, no, at the end.
He plows on when all of a sudden this like weird camp that he's now living at because Frank's like
Yeah, it's like a
Take it
soup
back
kitchen kind of thing.
to a place you can get here, alright. They go back to this weird thing and he's just kind of living his life, There's kids running around like drop kicking each other and he's like, I'll teach you how to body slam. That's pretty much what happens.
Yeah, they're living in this soup
There's a wee
kitchen.
kind of churchy place, isn't there? Where you've got the kind of head of the
Yeah.
camp and you've got the blind preacher that we saw earlier on, just blindly preaching
Yeah.
stuff.
Preaching things about, lunatic things such as they're coming for us, they're fake, they're amongst us all year round, every single day, and you just can't see it.
Yep.
Blah blah blah, and everyone they hack into the telecommunications and stuff like that. They appear in televisions for a couple seconds, but they're not getting their message across enough, are they?
Oh, not at all.
No, and everyone thinks they're a bit of a loony.
Well, yeah, is there not like a police raid at this point?
Yeah.
There's like a tiny little police raid.
Yeah.
It's a really big one coming up. There's a tiny little battle with the police in
There's a little raid on their place, and then. Yeah.
As of course,
Obviously,
John
that makes things a
Carpenter,
bit more suspicious, doesn't it?
Rowdy Roddy Piper sneaks in. He's like plurring around. He's like, oh, soup, doop, boot. What's in here?
But
Oh,
I put a lot of sunglasses.
there's lost sunglasses. But that's not,
Sunglasses in this random box, so he just takes one.
it's not too important, you know.
He takes one anyway.
Then he goes to work the
That's
next
cool.
day. It's nice. He's in the right time. He's hitting hammers, and then he goes back to
Gets
the
up with hammers.
commune.
He's just the best life.
It's truly, it's American
You know,
dream is what they call that.
If you're a man, you know, and you have muscles, that's all you need to do.
American dream.
Just hit stuff with hammer. That's all you need to do.
He returns. Massive police raid. Humongous police raid. Because there's like a mad meeting of the preacher and the camp leader and the random
The hacker.
influential folk.
Hackers there as well, you know, they're in this hidden place, and then big raid. Big raid.
Like, when we say big raid, we mean big raid.
Big.
Like, there's hundreds, if not thousands, of like
Exactly.
SWAT team police-esque. Like, come and they like beat the hell out of the entire camp. They like bulldoze some stuff.
Kill, probably. Shoot, go bang bang.
Can't
Grenades.
remember if they kill. I think people make it out alive. They're not going to kill the innocent campers. They arrest them people, blind preacher and all that. They all get hoofed away by the police.
Yeah,
And
preachers.
John Nara like hides. And he goes to a very particular alleyway where he ditched a box
Yeah, where he's
full of sunglasses.
full of sunglasses, and he's mean to look for them.
During the
He
beauty of a
tried-
90-minute film, we're probably 20 minutes in, if not 30 minutes into the actual runtime of the film.
It goes quite fast paced, doesn't
Yeah, it's
it?
really fast paced.
It does like go quite fast, but there's a lot more that we need to get here. He tries on these glasses, doesn't he?
Oh, he's just kind of like walking down the street, you know,
Yeah.
he's got one pair of glasses on and he thinks, should be quite fun.
Put them on.
Put them on.
He just puts them on. Doesn't knows anything about them.
And he
'Cause he
sees
just-
the entire world in black and white.
That's like the only thing he looks. He just looks at these glasses and he's like, "These are cool as fuck."
I mean, yeah,
What
Rowdy
these-
Roddy Piper looks at the glasses and thinks, I could
That,
put
it's
these
not.
off.
It's not any other suspicious reason why he just took the glasses. He just took them because they look cool.
Yeah.
And that's what sealed his fate.
Now, Dream gets himself 3 pair of sunglasses out of this.
Yeah.
Which he puts on his
that's
head.
a disruption of the equilibrium, if you call it
And he sees, uh-huh,
that.
I don't care.
I care very much about the narrative structure.
No.
But he tries these glasses on, right, in the middle of the city,
He tries on the prop.
and then it's quite, everything's, as you said, turns to black and white, and then all of like the posters.
He
all
sees
the,
things as they are, black and white.
Yep, sees things as, you know, sees a poster and it will just show consume, you know,
It just says
Be
the subliminal
lustful.
messaging behind
exactly.
every single
Obey,
thing.
consume, do this, don't listen, just follow the status quo.
And then he takes them off and he sees it again. And then he puts them back on. And then he takes it off. And then he looks elsewhere and there's a sign to like look after babies, which just has on, and when he puts on the sunglasses, reproduce.
Yeah, like just keep making babies and don't think about it. And then when he looks at people, certain people, they have this weird face,
Some of them look really, really weird.
weird skull-looking things, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, skulls is the way to go for it.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah. Oh, weird robotic Terminator-looking thing. But
Aye.
that's
Very,
what-
very cool looking.
I
Distinct enough. Because it's like, they're alien skulls.
Yeah.
Like, you can't really put a pinpoint on directly what they are. Which is fine.
even before I found out about the fact that it was about aliens themselves, I kept thinking, oh, that must just be how they're kind of symbolised. Like that's how you differentiate the bad, influential, big wig people who are bad and only know about the status quo and all that. You know, that would have still made sense if it had nothing to do with science fiction.
Aye.
And it still goes well like that.
He puts some on, he's reading, like, I don't know, a golf magazine or something that's just
Yeah.
like buy, purchase, capitalism. Is it aye, alright. He goes into a shop and he like kind of cuts about the shop.
And then this guy is just like a skull,
Hmm.
and he's like, "What are you looking at?"
Gets in the car. Some old dude, but old boy. He's cutting about the shop and I don't know,
They all look rich as well. They all got suits on. They all got some kind of fancy clothing on. The ones with these certain faces when he puts on the glasses made me made me think even more that it was just big influential people. That's what they saw.
See, this is when you
That's
get
what they
one
knew.
of some just really good. Everything about the
But it's just all the
the
subliminal
films.
messaging in this, in the
It's
world.
such a good idea.
It's
It's
all
such a
coming
simple
to life.
idea.
Yeah,
It's such a
simple.
simple idea, and it's really really well done.
Exactly, because you don't need to like really overdo the posters or anything like that. It's literally just one word in it. Yeah, one
That's
word.
what
Because that's what it's telling you
what
to
it means.
do.
Yeah,
You know,
that's it.
obey, consume, don't.
He's in this shop. He calls one of the ladies with the masks incredibly ugly. He then turns to an actual human and goes, You're fine, but she one real
Really
ugly
ugly.
person." As he's, "Oh no, I've dropped my lid." No,
No,
it's the end of the world. Things are collapsing at this point.
because he dropped the lid.
I'm gonna have to go get it.
That's what happens. But basically, he's a bit of a situation now because they're starting to know.
One of them picks up their watch, which is actually a communication thing. Goes, "We have a seer."
Yeah, they all have one as well.
Yeah, for communicational purposes.
And
They all start
someone can
coming
use them for
towards
teleporting
him.
as well, which
Yeah.
we'll get to later on. But
They all start coming towards him. He flees out of the shop and is then pulled up by the police, who he beats up because they're also the alien people.
Yeah, he gets pulled up with the police, beats them up, shoots them dead,
Just acquires their guns.
runs away.
You then get one of the greatest reactions to anything in this film. Has a lot of just great stuff. This is one of them. It's
Inside the
basically
car
when
park.
all of this happens, when he sees the fact that the human race is subliminal messaging and has aliens in it, he literally just goes, "Ah, that figures," and accepts it, gets a gun, goes up and shoots up a bank. He just accepts that some people are aliens, and he knows what he has to do, which is kill them all. There's no
Exactly.
why are they here, there's no
and he's
civil
morally right about it as
conversation,
well,
there's
'cause-
no figuring out what's going on. There's just jump straight from, "Oh, there's aliens. That makes sense. I will now kill all of the aliens." So he kicks down the door of the bank. He cocks his gun and he says the greatest line in cinema. He says, "I came to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum." Then people
it's just
scream,
small.
and then
Yeah,
he
he's
starts.
morally right about them
He
all,
literally
because-
starts unloading bullets
Because-
and bullets on these people. As one of them then teleports away, which is when you learn that they can teleport. And he's like, "You know what? That's cool." One of them insults him and he says, "You kiss your mother with that mouth," and then blows their head off with a gun.
It's fun. It's fun because he's actually morally right still. Because he not at one point in this film he killed an actual human that you can see through the glasses as a normal face. It's all just the people with the weird mask, skull looking things, and that's the only people he kills.
He finds him outside.
not
There's
humans.
a drone. There's a drone flying outside, and he shoots the drone, and it
Yeah, he just
disappears.
looks up, says something,
It blows up,
says something.
falls on top of him, disappears. He shelters, but there's nothing actually falling on top of him because they didn't
Yeah.
CGI it. It's absolutely amazing.
It says something to it, shoots it, and it's just brilliant. There's something really badass that he said.
Oh, I think I might have been "You kiss your mama with that mouth."
We've got the full film on
Yeah,
YouTube.
it's a 7-minute sequence. And the sound bank of Rowdy Roddy Piper, they have best lines needs to be.
They have
They
the
Live.
best quotes. The
Best quotes.
quotes from They Live. Even the poster's really good. Like, god damn. And this is later on when a certain other character comes back and we're looking at best quotes.
Don't worry, I'm just trying to find the quotes from the scenes we're at.
Oh, it's definitely here. It's definitely like from top 5.
Mama don't like tattletales.
Another
Mama
great
don't
line.
like tattletales, that's it.
"Mama don't like tattletales," before blowing someone's head off. We're in the shop and he's about to insult the lady.
No, you're okay. This one, real fucking ugly.
That's an amazing line.
That's a raw
So
fuck
well
I've ever heard
written.
in my life. I love it. He came here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, but this is number 1.
Number
It's
one is, of course,
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
He says it so casual.
it's such a good
You don't
line.
even just say it with any other badass that's kind of.
No, I really want to get the live back up and just put on the clips of where we are, because it's only going to aid what we are. Please tell me I've got it. No, I've not got it paused at where we are.
It's there.
It's insane that we are 35 minutes into the film. Like, that's how much happens in the first half, and yet it doesn't feel slow.
It's incredibly fast paced. That's how it goes. It's very fast paced.
And kick ass.
I'm just going to play this entire scene out, because I really want to get to the bit where the drone blows up over his head.
And the sunglasses look bloody cool on him as well.
Oh, yeah. Just try.
Except they're very distinctive, even though looking very normal.
Drops about 5 of them. 6.
Right through the glass.
Do not question authority, is what that one says.
Has a shotgun. White male, 30s, long hair.
Mama don't like tattletales.
Wearing sunglasses.
And he goes, son of a bitch.
Yes, it's time for him to go outside and battle the drone.
Battle them and shoot them again.
Are you ready for the drone to blow up?
I'm ready. The music is really good.
Oh, John Carpenter. He also does all the composition for the composing.
Brilliant.
He's really good.
Who are you, little pal?
I love it.
Come to show 'em where I am. Not nice.
There's no debris whatsoever.
Yeah, there was just a tiny camera, I think. That was it. Ooh. Normal human. See? He's still morally correct.
He's not going to kill the normal ones.
He didn't kill them at all.
That was the live a little clip from it. It's absolute dynamite.
It's brilliant. But then when we go to he's just narrowly escaped that there. But he needs to get out of that big giant car
He needs
park.
to escape the car park.
The big car park with all the floors and all that, and the indoor one. You know what I mean. He just gets in some woman's car and is like, okay, drive.
Yeah.
Just out of the blue. Didn't even point a gun at her and just like, drive.
Sorry, her name's Holly Thompson, so it's
Yeah, her name's Holly.
we're on first name basis there.
That's when we get introduced to her name when we get to our house. But basically, he's like, you know, he feels a wee bit wrong, but you know, he's got to get out of there. And he's like, okay, you married, but she isn't, and she drives anywhere. Drives to this nice fancy house.
Yeah.
It's our house, but it's a nice house.
And he basically says to her, put them on. Put on the glasses.
No, she's always refusing to
Put on the
wear
glasses. Put on the glasses. And she doesn't want to put on the glasses, and she's kicking up a fuss about putting on the glasses. Watch the TV and put on the glasses.
But she doesn't, does she?
She doesn't put on the glasses. No one wants to put on the glasses. No one wants to see.
She wants a wee bevy instead. She gets one, prepares one at the window at least, and then he walks up to her. You know, he's like, okay, the glasses. But then she just flies up some out the fucking window.
Roll.
How did he not die at that bit?
Because he's John Nada. He's Rowdy Roddy Piper. The guy wrestled Bret Hart at WrestleMania 8 in one of the greatest matches I've ever witnessed for the Intercontinental Championship.
That.
Legend. The man wrestled and did really, really well in 2008 when he was like 50 odd. He was still doing really good wrestling for the WWE when he returned in the Rumble, the same Rumble John Cena would return in and win. Wabadoo.
The man, the myth. That's why he couldn't die and They Live. But he's very good. Well, yeah. Keep again.
Goddamn John Nada. This is such a fun film.
But he's basically he gets kicked out of the window. There's glass everywhere, and then about 30 feet or something, bangs right onto the floor, onto the hill, rolls down this hill, and is just barely limping. That's all that's all it's done to him. He's just slightly limping, but he's still going the same speed as he always is. And then he goes and hides a little bit under this little concrete thing or whatever, and then that's when the police are here. But he's not got his glasses. Still, she got the glasses from him. But it turns out that this Holly works at Agent 28. What's it called again? The station.
Maths.
Something like that. Something to do with numbers.
It's got a number in it. I have no idea. I can't.
Basically,
I
the
can
BBC.
remember words. I can't remember numbers.
Just, I don't know, the BBC.
Yeah, sure.
Even though it's not in the UK, but you know what I mean. It's pretty much.
Red Roddy Piper's kind of Scottish.
Yeah, he's got Scottish blood in him.
Well, he plays a Scottish character.
He found out he was 1% Scottish. That's all I'm saying.
Bloody Canadian.
But he has to find these glasses again because.
And remember where they were conveniently
Someone remembered
abandoned behind in that back alley.
Yeah, he
Let's
just
go to
suddenly
get into the
remembered
box.
They were there after that police. After that raid. So.
He goes, he gets into the box, doesn't he?
Yeah, he goes inside the truck and then they load again and then they go away with all his trash. But he's still got his glasses. He's got a lot of glasses actually.
And now he's got a mission.
He's got the entire thing in his glasses now.
He's got a mission.
He's got a mission to go and get rid of it.
Frank
You know,
Armitage, his good friend.
he gives him his pay. He gives him
That's
the
true.
week's pay.
He does get paid. But now, it's time to make Frank Armitage see. So they find themselves in this alley. And he goes to give him the sunglasses. And a fight ensues.
And this fight is like 7 odd
It is
minutes.
6 minutes long.
Is it 6 minutes?
6 minutes long.
6 minutes of just pure action.
Of
Of just fighting, punching, kicking, biting at one point.
of straight Bret Hart versus Rowdy Roddy Piper from WrestleMania 8 choreograph fighting. But it's not about winning the Intercontinental
It's
Championship.
just to put on a bloody
It's
pair of
about
glasses.
putting on the glasses. And Frank does not want to put on these glasses because nobody wants to put on the glasses.
He quite frankly doesn't like it.
It's a terrible joke, Mr. Josh Wright. It's actually the worst joke we've ever made on the Gallus podcast.
Nah, you can't say that. You cannot say that.
I can say that.
No.
You name a
There's-
joke that was worse.
I don't remember. I need a compilation of it.
You name a joke that was worse, and I will give you a point.
I do not
And I will
remember.
redact my statement.
I will look through all of the jokes that were made at some point.
Look,
And
all
then
I'm saying is the Holes podcast that's releasing in a
the
few weeks.
holes-
There's a lot of good hole jokes in that. So you can look forward to some actually good wordplay.
I've made
Frankly,
good jokes, I've made good jokes before.
you made the best hole one. I can't remember what it was, but frankly is not.
It's
No.
good, okay.
No. It's it belongs in a toilet.
Yeah, it's
Do you
like
get- do you get
it's like the Febreze thing you put on the toilet
No,
so
do
that
you
it's
get
all
it?
nice and
It's like-
colourful.
Armitage is the name of urinals.
Oh,
Urinals always say Armitage.
oh my days.
That was the joke. I'll prove it, don't worry. Let's just open up a new tab. Armitage. Mamma Mary, it's an Armitage Shanks
Okay.
in the toilet. Yeah.
Okay, I hadn't a clue, but that's another buy. Toilets and then just a bunch of men. And then more toilets and sinks even. And
What
flushes.
the hell is this?
I think it's it's a lever for what? You're adding it to your basket.
I mean, you actually see what else is in my basket.
Okay, get it out, get it out.
I've got a great
Oh.
basket at the moment.
Okay. Oh, can I get that picture in my head?
What
So
picture?
a toilet thing, lever, accessory. What was that?
I don't know. I think it's the flusher.
And then probably, but like it didn't really say that. It just was more complicated than it had to be, and something else that should be kept very confidential. It's very secret. It's very.
Oh,
It's
what am
very-
I buying from Amazon?
Yeah, what is he buying from Amazon? That's me just found out.
It's actually an entire toilet.
How much are toilets again? Like 200
Oh,
pounds?
they ranged in price for 200 to 400 quid, didn't they?
Jesus, it's cheap for toilets.
It's a bestseller. Oh no.
Finish.
Amazon's bestsellers is really bad. Why is it still here? Can I remove this from my basket,
I
please?
thought that was a vape, but it's a water bottle.
Thank you. Oh, that was
They
that
look,
was not worth it.
but we're talking about the fight scene that lasts bloody 6 minutes, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
It's a very good. Oh, we're putting on more. They Live. I didn't find that version on YouTube when we were watching it. When I was watching it, it was very low quality. But I didn't watch that such good quality version.
Ah. And do you know what the best part of this fight sequence
He
is?
doesn't even want to hurt him.
Let's start eating that trash.
They literally kick the crap out of each other.
They don't stop at anything.
It's so violent.
One of them even bites one another as well.
Yeah. Are you ready for us to react to this fight scene as it goes on? We're going to turn it down and we will give you a live reaction to the fight scene.
Something coming out of Tekken at the start.
So
with all
Rowdy
the
Piper's on the
punches.
floor.
And he's about to... Oh, he misses. He punches again.
Frank
Jabs.
Armitage is on the floor.
Nothing but jabs. It's brilliant. See? It doesn't work.
That punch would hurt.
All of it would.
Roddy Piper is on the floor.
Just why doesn't he
Roddy
want to put
Piper is on the floor again.
Like, it would have been soft to just put on the damn glasses.
Why would you want to accept the change?
Put it on.
The fear of the unknown, the fear of putting on the glasses.
As if he knows.
Frank Armitage goes to help up Roddy Piper.
It's as if Frank knows something's going to happen.
Exactly. The resistance to change.
Oh.
And then Frank decks him again. Because he doesn't want to be involved. He don't care. Don't want to do it.
He's got a wife and kids down at home. You know?
Oh, dirty motherfuckers, good quote.
Oft. Put on their glasses. Is he about to force him? No, that doesn't happen yet. Oh my. Oh, this is a bleedy nose, just a little bit. And he's about to step on them. Oh.
Puts him in the
They
face.
got like a whole other box of them as well. It'd be
Yeah.
fine if they just lose
But it's
one.
all about putting on those glasses.
Just
You
those
have
ones.
to put on the glasses.
Put them on.
And it is the resistance. It's such a well done sequence. It's got layers of stuff you can read into if you want.
And it makes sense in this alleyway as well.
Oh yeah.
Very intimate scene. Just them two.
And it goes on for so long. And it's so violent. There's a headlock. You ready for a back suplex?
Where he does that, whatever that is.
Back suplex.
Oh, you felt, you can hear
That's
it.
it's a Rowdy Roddy Piper staple, the back suplex.
He bites his hand.
He bites his hand.
They're getting rabid with each other. Then that happens.
He starts cracking his skull off the pavement.
Pressing his eyes.
Knees him in the deck, 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 knees him in the
No more
deck.
children for you, son.
That's 5 deck kicks. Drop toe hold.
And he trips him over.
He's got a 4x4.
He's got a big plank of wood and he's about to smack him with it. Just put them on. Oh.
He's got a glass bottle. They're actually killing each other over the... He smashed a car window. Smashed his car window.
His car.
And then he laughed. And then they speared each other onto
He's
the
angry.
floor.
That's only the remorse way he said. He's like, I'm sorry, but let's continue fighting.
He laughed a bit. He's put him in a sleeper hold.
Oh Jesus, you can even see it on the back of his head, that big giant red mark.
Another back suplex.
God damn.
These people would struggle to walk for a few days.
It was probably a lot of fun for them to just act that.
Kick the shit out of each other.
I bet they had so much fun with it.
It's
like it.
amazing how this scene does literally just come out of nowhere, but it stands for so much.
I mean, just a normal day in the office for him. And it was as if he was about to lose any hope there.
Yeah, he's getting back up.
He was about to lose all hope.
Rowdy
That
Roddy
just doesn't
Piper's
happen.
getting back up.
He just thinks, hey.
And he goes straight for more
Kicks
shots.
him right in the chest and in the chin and then
And he's going to nail him with a suplex.
nail him on there again. This is actually really good. They got a wrestling.
Yeah, it's like it's a gut wrench suplex, they call that. But now, Off the gut wrench suplex, he's got the glasses on his face, and he weekend at Burnley's the boy until he's able to look and see the world for how it is. There's another
They
one
could
that
just
can
notice
see.
them. Did they probably, oh, they're fine.
Then of course a giant UFO flies by, but that's
Big flying
to be
saucer.
addressed over the
That
next
was-
10-ish minutes.
It's a brilliant scene, isn't it?
I really like it.
I love it.
Yes,
It goes-
it's just
it-
everything about they live. It's so good. It's 90 minutes long. It's the perfect
90
thing.
minutes in those 6 minutes. 6
You-
minutes exactly.
All of the layers, you could look into it and say, it's about this, it's about this, it's about this, and it's probably all true, but in my head it's about Rowdy Piper kicking ass, taking names, because he's all out of bubblegum and all that.
Yeah, I mean, you've got one or two people. You've got people like you who are all about. I mean, he's in it, wrestling. He's a badass. It's a dad film. It's brilliant. Then you've got the other people who are a bit who go deep into it because 1988 it released. That was when like the whole 1984 thing was kind of not coming to fruition, but when people started looking at that book again at the time when it was
Yeah.
taking place, they're like, oh, it's literally 1984 now. Oh my god, we're in a dystopian society, and then this film comes out and it doesn't make things much better.
No.
And I mean, if you're gonna make a good dystopian film, this is the way to do it.
Yes.
And it's such a good scene, and all of that. Just so you can put on some funky sunglasses that look good on him. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't you want to put sunglasses on like that?
I mean, damn nice pair of shades, isn't they?
Yeah, they're bloody nice.
Shoot Frank Armitage, shoot
Yeah.
John Nada. Will they shoot a Holly Thompson?
Hmm.
It's a question we'll find out later.
But they're-
Maybe.
They're bloody nice.
Oh.
Nice looking shades. Why wouldn't you want to put them on?
And now, much like Rowdy Roddy Piper, instead of questioning why no one knew about these,
Just
he pretty
accept
much
it.
just goes, yep, that figures. And is on for the kill path, on for the war path. We have to kill them all.
No more questions. No more yapping.
I want to get my letterbox review if they live up. I feel like it was pretty decent.
I don't have a review set up, but I just love it.
Oh yes.
It's a brilliant wee thing.
If you
But-
stall for a wee bit whilst I find my letterbox review of this film.
Nah, it's just I love talking about just the general bit of it because I mean it's simple and it's about to get worse from here. By the way, this is where it's about to get science fictiony. It's about to really kick off. He's reading his review on They Live on Letterbox, and we're just gonna see what it says. He's reading it.
It's all points I've made, but it's really, really good. I love the 6 minute long fight between a guy trying to get his mate to try on a trendy pair of shades, but his mate refuses for many moral and
He's got a wife and
ignorant
kids.
reasons.
If he puts on those sunglasses, he will
also
not- he will
Roddy
get-
Piper's acceptance by just saying that figures and then killing everyone he comes across is very well done. I adore this film. My favourite scene is when Roddy Piper destroys a drone, puts his hands up above his head to hide from the wreckage, but there is no wreckage. It comes after he says, "Mum, I don't like tattletales," another great line. And I also love how good the film looks and the score. Good old Carpenter.
But it's mainly the action for me.
Oh yeah.
They don't shove the whole science
There
fiction
was a
in your
back
face.
suplex. Mean Girls.
I shouldn't have.
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls the musical is releasing this year. That's it. That's a film coming out in 2024. There's a callback to 37 minutes ago when we couldn't name a single film that was releasing this year. A new Mean Girls is coming out.
Is it actually?
Aye.
Oh, I thought it was already a thing.
Oh, there's Mean Girls. There's Mean Girls 2. This is Mean Girls the musical following Regina George.
Oh, right.
Cannot wait.
Oh, it's shocking. I don't know that.
Cannot wait.
We'll watch it then.
Hell yeah.
Fine. Mean Girls, whatever that is. I've heard of Mean Girls on the DS. I know that. I know that
Oh
much.
god.
Like a game. Out
That
of it.
exists.
Yeah.
Sure.
It was actually quite popular, I think.
Fair enough. I
think it was
see no
quite-
reason for it to be as popular, but
Aye, but anyway, so as for this, I should have known ages ago this guy was a wrestler after doing
Yeah.
those moves.
man did a back
But he's
suplex,
just
Josh.
Super good at it. I wouldn't have known the name for it, but I should have known. I did not notice, but Frank's like, he knows this now. He's pretty much known about. His eyes have been opened, if you will. I think he had a bit of a suspicion as well. He definitely had a suspicion about these glasses because he was that hesitant to put them on. He must have
It's
known
just
something.
people are hesitant to change. It's a symbolic thing. You could watch videos on it on the internet, which I did many moons ago when I first watched the film.
Like he must have known something that you're like, oh, well, if I put these on, I'm not going to be the same person
I'll be a changed little man.
ever again.
I changed Frank Armitage.
You know,
They wage war on the world at this point, don't they?
pretty much. They know what's happening. Start beating things up and
Yeah.
still being badass as always, and he makes it better.
Well, they've got a plan to project to everyone.
Yeah, because
Big top of that TV tower, BBC, not BBC.
the big
number.
big satellite projector
Yes,
thing.
they
If
want
they
to
destroy
beam it
that, that's what's gonna cause everything.
And all of a sudden, the facade will drop and everyone will see them for what they are.
Basically, everyone's normal vision will be that of the sunglasses,
Yes. And
Essentially.
that's their goal, that's their mission, and that's what they set off to do.
and then they join this secret club again with the people who do know about it, and they have a lot of sunglasses
So
with
it's,
them.
it's,
And contact lenses.
and then they made contact lens editions, yes.
Yeah, and that, I mean, I do notice during the film, like when you have when they've got the sunglasses on for a bit too long, they start to like it starts to get into your head.
You can't do it.
You can't unsee it really, or you start to feel a bit high or a bit, like nauseous, I suppose, like dizzy maybe, that kind of thing. I couldn't imagine having contacts on for that. Yeah, but it'll be important for them, looking unsuspicious later on, because when they have to infiltrate this bloody station, it's going to be, important for that. So,
Sorry, I was reading reviews. Absolutely.
what do other people think
I
about the film?
absolutely adore reading reviews of films and then just bringing them to the podcast. It's something we've started doing recently, and it only makes me enjoy it more. The only fictional part of this movie was that Frank and Nada didn't kiss after beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, people are going to ship them probably.
Yeah. Rowdy puts on the sunglasses, sees the world for what it is, takes them off and says it figures, which is a deeply fucked response. But it feels real and earned.
Like fuck response is more like well, nothing I can do about it until I can do something about it.
Roddy Piper's character is a real one, discovers a secret ruling class of aliens, and he just instantly brings a shotgun into a bank and starts killing them.
Because he's all about chewing bubblegum.
This is one of Carpenter's
Taking
few
names.
comedies.
It's
That's it.
probably. Because someone said that.
Turns out the active shooter with the wacko conspiracy theory isn't crazy. End of the world kind of stuff. That's a good quote from the film.
Well, quite literal about it, yeah.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome when you're living out a dream.
I want a Lego They Live.
Oh, that'd be good.
That's all I'd say. Because it reminded me of that Lego movie.
You look like your head fell in the cheese dip back in 57.
What? Is there anyone that's making any sort of remarks to his wrestling career?
No exaggeration, 15% of this movie is a single fist fight between two of the guys.
15%.
That feels like that's wrong.
Is it actually 15%?
It sounds wrong.
It must have been like at least 10, 8 maybe. But it's
Just an honest guy trying to make a living.
Exactly, he's probably homeless. He's just making.
Gotta be one of the best endings of all time.
Oh, we'll get to that ending. Don't worry. But they're a secret club in it, and then there's challenge. Well, actually, they've got too many. They've not got enough numbers. They
No.
actually had twice as many last time, but
Yeah.
I think they're just dropping the flies because the secret's getting out there.
Yep.
And the secret's to actually getting a hacker to broadcast it live in front of national television isn't actually working out. So they just have to do something about it themselves,
Yeah.
Do something before. Well, actually, meets Holly.
Of course. Good old
Meets Holly before this happened.
Dude.
Meets Holly and
Doing her
she's
thing.
like, "I'm sorry," blah blah blah.
Woman.
Because he looks through the glasses and she's not an alien.
No.
She's an actual human. And she seems you know, a potential love interest of some kind to him for about 10 minutes.
John Nada's above love interest. It's end of the world kind of shit that's going on.
For about 10 minutes, right? And I only say for about 10 minutes because, you know, it's just about to hit the fan. So as they're about to look at each other and all that, boom, the place explodes and a big, massive SWAT team has snuck up and killed about 90% of everyone in there.
Now
apart from
everybody
Trevor's
dies.
characters.
Yeah, everyone dies now. I think people are relatively safe at the beginning,
Yeah,
but now everyone is dying.
everyone's going to shit. So these two, absolute badasses, you know, they're doing their thing. He's stretching, Brian is stretching.
Right, so here's a little behind the scenes of the podcast recording. I currently am down a chair because I've got a new setup for recording the podcast, new PC, new microphone stuff. But what I don't have is a second chair, which means I'm currently sat on a really, really shitty stool,
I'm
and
very
it's uncomfortable as fuck.
I'm very grateful that he's provided me with the comfy chair.
So if you talk for a wee second, I'm
He
gonna.
said the comfy chair. He's jogging about. So basically, now that I say 90%, but pretty much everyone in that building has died or got killed because of this big giant police SWAT raid, right? And I think all of them at this point have got the big skull mask things on their face when you put on the contacts now, because everyone's got contact lenses now and they're really cool. So he's pretty much
They're not great, are they?
You've got sunglasses, but one lens is only working.
Yeah, they're not great, are they?
So am I half an alien, or like, how would you see that?
Well, you see, the thing is, I
If you
can't.
close this one eye and then you can only see through that lens, you know, obey.
Oh no, you're just Josh White.
Okay, that's what I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be killed by a wrestler.
Oh, what's that I see on Audacity? Does it say follow?
Yeah.
Does it say review? Does it say subscribe? Does it say like? Does it say share? Does it say enjoy? Does it say misogyny?
Does it say consume and just believe what we say?
I think it says all of those things.
Yeah, I think it does.
What happens when I take them off? Oh, it's just our podcast.
Just podcast, yeah. Just Audacity. Some gag. Anyway,
Such a stupid bit.
it's brilliant, brilliant scene. But as we get to, people should be seeing that, but we can't show it because no video. But there's got to be a picture of it.
That was me building tension for the big climax of this film, which is when, as you mentioned, shit hits fan.
Yeah, it's hitting the fan right now because, well, Holly has like run away to the big station thing,
BBC.
big BBC place, and then our heroes are, well, John and Frank there.
John and Frank.
And John and Frank.
It's just fucking better than Beam and Ram. It's John and Frank.
So they're going through these like really, really deep in just empty alleyways, but are also hollow. So yeah, these big giant things, and then they're running, they're killing whoever's which, but also encountering people who are also collaborators, but they're not actually aliens.
Yes, the people that endorse the aliens.
So they're
because
actually
good message.
So they are humans, but they're not actually. They're still not killing them, even though they are collaborators of said thing. So they are, they're just letting them come by because they know it's just hitting the fan, and they're not an alien. But I think at this point, when they talk to this other agent, I think he is also a regular human. When the guy, like the big dining hall, when they're giving a big speech, and then he comes out, "Who's new here?" Because they're not appropriately dressed. They look really, like a really like odd one out, pretty much.
Yeah, because it's all rich and the upper class that are like the aliens because they make their lives easier.
Exactly. Pretty much all of them are the aliens, apart from this guy, because he's talking to them well. He's got a cool accent,
Of course.
probably.
Yes.
And he's, just saying, okay, well, let me show you about. So he's showing them about the place, just these random hollow alleyways.
Yes.
And then actually shows them the actual TV setup room where the news is there, even that news reporters are also aliens. No surprise there. And so they're like, all right, okay, we're we're gonna show these guys about, you know, if that's all right. I think he says this to an alien, and then the actual room is soundproof, so none of the news reporters can hear the big shotgun shots that are about to take place. So he kills this thing, and then he's like, all right, okay, you know then, because he is also a human collaborator, and he's basically saying, why don't you just give in and just accept it and just
Obey.
why don't you just accept this reality so that we can just get on with it, and you know you will have a happy life, I suppose.
Yeah, you didn't
Once
know
you-
about it literally yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. If you just accept it and you'll just know about it to obey and all that, then they could probably live just as a lavish life as him. But they're like, no, because it's fake, and then he teleports.
Yeah.
Because he's a human collaborator, but he's a human, full stop.
Yeah.
So he's not going to kill him at all. So, yeah, he teleports away with his little fancy watch. I've got a fancy watch right now as well. He's telling me about chess.
Oh, I
I
thought
can
you were
play-
about to teleport away.
I can play chess on my watch, but I could just dial it a little bit like that, and then.
So, see when I was wearing those sunglasses earlier and I said that he wasn't an alien, didn't mean he wasn't one of them human collaborators, did it?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, what was I doing in that bloody wardrobe for?
It's where you belong.
What was I doing in
Go
there?
back to the wardrobe.
I literally, I was teleporting and boom, I was in there.
Aye,
But I didn't even hear you. I was like down. I was like in somewhere else. I was back in time. I was out 40 years into the past and everything. Years had went past and now I'm back here.
That'll be right.
Holy moly. Anyhow, let me sit back down
It's a good film, innit?
and we can talk about time. No, not about time. Because I'm talking about time here. I'm talking about going back in time. Not about time.
It's been a long day.
We're talking about they'll live. So once he teleports away, right? I'm make sure not to make that mistake again.
Aye, didn't hit any buttons in your watch.
Aye.
And don't mention chess, because that seemed to trigger
it. So he teleports, and they're like, well, I mean, most of these are they're aliens now. You know, we don't need to be moral now. Everyone here is an alien, so they just make a big explosion or whatever.
Bombs.
Like bombs and grenades and
Bomb, bomb,
shots
bomb,
and all that.
bomb, 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 bomb,
And then
bomb, bomb,
the news telly thing, they're starting to go, what's going on here? And then that's when the TV is starting to go off the air for everyone, because obviously shit's hitting the fan
Yes.
in the station. And then big giant chase scenes because he's trying to find Holly.
Yes.
And they're going through all these offices and all that, like, okay, right, where are you? Where's Holly? Because he's morally right. He's like, okay, thank you very much. Literally, goes up to her and goes, hey, where's Holly? Well, where's Holly's room? Okay, thank you very much. Oh, I think it's an alien. Shoots him, because it's not. It doesn't hurt, self when you kill an alien like that. So it's fine. And then they go through more trials and tribulations, going all the way up. And so is Frank being a badass again.
Always.
They also go through a big portal at some point. That was way before, though, wasn't it?
It's
That
alright.
was when it exploded. That's how they got in. Yes, that is it. That was when they were escaping from the big giant police raid thing, where one of their watches, just happened to make a big giant portal. So Frank goes in it, and then as it's about to end, that's when he goes in it, and then that's when John goes in it as well. The big portal. That's how they get
Yes.
there. Forgot about that. That's how they got there. In the
Too
first
busy
place.
doing bits.
It's
Too busy doing bits.
That's how they
Apologies.
got there. It was a fancy teleportation thing that I wish they used a bit more often. That was badass,
It's all badass.
It's all bad.
It's 90 minutes.
Ass. That was what. So they go up. They're going up at the top of this tower.
Yes.
The climax is really there's about 5 minutes left, or whatever it is,
That's including credits, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever's about to end is gonna end now. You know?
Yes.
Whatever's gonna happen.
The film has to resolve.
Well, it's gonna happen within 2 minutes.
Yeah, pretty
You've got the
much.
credits and everything.
It's gonna have to resolve immediately, and how on earth is it gonna do that?
So we don't even really see this, but John's like, "You seen this?" or something like that, and then Holly's behind pulling a gun at him. And she's like, "Yeah, I can see it," but Frank doesn't respond. Frank's gone. By Holly, I think.
Yeah,
Because she's holding the gun.
She flew away
It's
Frank.
implied. That's like. It's actually a bit more hard hitting when you don't actually see Frank going, because that's like, you know, one of random scenes of him being badass. That's the last time you actually see him in the film. It's just normal. Like, oh wait, is he gone? What? So then, obviously, that shock factor. Holly is also a human collaborator. Because surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Because just accept it, consume and all that,
Salt and
and I don't know why, she cares that much, but she's just a human collaborator, not an alien. But basically we know that from this extraterrestrial thing from space or something, it projects things or these beings onto Earth so they can keep going and doing this and controlling humanity and stuff like that. So that's where they find out where all this comes from. So the only thing to do is just to destroy it.
Yep.
Destroy the thing where all the money comes from. So what he does, he just... The most coolest thing of this whole film is the last scene.
Yeah.
Points the gun at the satellite dish thing, shoots it, big hole in it. All he had to do is take one shot. Shoots Holly as well.
Oh yeah.
Shoots Holly,
When you
dead.
that.
Because,
Of course.
he knows his fate's sealed. There's nothing he can do about it now. And then he starts to, fall into the ground. And then it explodes on him. The big helicopter with all the aliens around. He's looking at them dead in the eyes. Gives them the middle finger. And dies.
Rowdy Roddy
While also
Piper
saving all of humanity.
died.
That's the
Did he save humanity?
No, he just kind of opened their eyes.
He just opened their eyes. It's now more like a 50-50 split of people that can see and people that can't. So now there surely has to be a turf war between everyone because they can't hide anymore.
It really did look like the way he saved humanity though.
That's true. It fucking felt like it with that middle finger to the aliens.
It felt like he just kicked that ass.
Yeah, it's such an ending.
But now it's just going to involve a big elimination.
Don't need to think about it actually.
war.
Let's just enjoy the badass ending.
Because I feel like if they've gotten rid of all of the source for all of these. Cable 54, that was the name of it. I got the number right. Not the cable bit. Not the cable bit I didn't get right.
It's one of the best freeze. It's one of the best frames in any film.
But as no more of these aliens are going to come into Earth, that's just going to cause some kind of manhunt for all of these, and then eventually it'll go back to normal. That everyone now knows. It's no independent thought, that's another one. Any sort of political...
Look at that dude.
Everyone can see it. Yeah, I feel like it would just cause now a manhunt thing for all of these alien things. Lots of marry and reproduce as well. Oh, wow.
The film ends.
The film ends on "What's wrong, baby?"
on a naked lady having sex with an alien man. Naked lady was on top. Humanity is on top. Do you think that's what that is?
Maybe.
Feminism.
Because all they have to do is just, because they can see now, If you see one of the aliens going about in the street, all you have to do is just pull a knife.
Yep.
That's it. That's you.
Easy.
Doesn't matter because all it's just gonna cause, it's just now the rest of humanity's job to just get rid of them all. It's not that they're gonna keep coming back. That's it. Or like giant war. Depends. I don't know.
Thoughts on They Live?
Absolutely. Very, very good.
It's so good. It will be linked in the episode description.
Because it's short and sweet as well.
It's 90 minutes.
I thought it was going to be like 2 hours or something.
No.
It didn't have to be that long. It was really good.
It's
Like, just oft.
Yeah.
That's one of the best endings like that.
And it is really visually well done as well. And the score is dynamite because John Carpenter is one of the most talented directors of his time.
He's brilliant.
And even his composer, he's one of the most. I wasn't a fan of Halloween when I watched it, but They Live,
brilliant
dynamite.
in
The
this.
Fog, phenomenal.
Fog guy. He does brilliant, doesn't he?
He's really, really good.
And he's brilliant with the action to do on that. Like bloody hell. That's fight scenes and then the last 20 minutes.
A story as well. The visual, the heart. Wow.
People will still look at this to this day and go, "This is what's happening today."
It's a satirical look at the world, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
true. I mean, so it's like satirical look.
all
and
about
then
marketing, manipulation, and all that.
everyone's just kind of like, "Oh well, this is what's happening now." It's always happened.
Aye, exactly.
People put these out. These big companies, they put these out for those reasons. Just look at it. It doesn't matter. I want you to buy your product, like the product. I can convince you, but I'd rather you just buy it.
Aye.
It truly says a lot about today. but really, that can just about anything in general.
Aye, and
Hundreds of years ago, it was always still like that. Ever since mankind or capitalism or whatever the hell they're trying to do.
since the dawn of capitalism,
Yeah.
Roddy Piper has always had one goal:
Aye.
to shoot people with a shotgun.
And chew bubblegum.
Kick ass.
But he's run out of bubblegum here, so he's just gonna,
Aye,
kick ass instead.
He's gonna skip the formalities,
He's gonna kick ass instead. He's brilliant.
Aye, it is the best film starring a wrestler.
Probably is.
I adamantly believe that because I feel like it's really cruel to say Infinity War because it has Batista in it. I feel like that's a cop out.
Who plays? Who's?
Drax the Destroyer.
Oh, what? Is that him? Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah. I feel like that doesn't count.
What about The Rock?
He's a terrible actor.
I suppose he's all right. I think I've never really much of an issue of him.
He's good in Jumanji.
Yeah,
That's
he's good.
just
Jumanji.
that's just because Jumanji's good. He's just there.
I know, but
he could be anyone else.
Still,
But this is not
He's
about
good.
The Rock. This is about Rowdy Roddy Piper, who has got more amazing. He's got a match against the Mountie at the Royal Rumble, for example.
probably.
It's a dreadful match.
As someone who knows so much about wrestling,
Rowdy Roddy Piper, probably the biggest wrestler to have never won the WWE title.
yeah.
He should 100% should have had it going into Mania 1, but that's a conversation for a different
I see.
day.
Right.
Speaking of day,
Have a smashing day and watch They Live.
what?
Because it's literally free on YouTube.
It's free on YouTube and it's an episode
Bloody
like
HD
descriptor and all that.
1080p, it's on
Aye.
YouTube. Just watch it.
Enjoy the rest of your day today, enjoy the rest of your day tomorrow. Maybe not the day after because you have to have a bad day to appreciate the good days. But that's not important. Enjoy
Fair
your
enough.
life and I hope to see you next week with whatever else we have in store on the Gallus podcast.
Cheerio. I'll see you there. Thanks for listening.
Aye.